Welcome to the safe place for Toxic Masculinity podcast. It's your boy Trap. Here we Push the God and Kang. What's up, niggas?
What up?
Nothing.
Nothing?
You.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. For word. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
You got some feets to match that?
Yeah, black Crocs.
That's just the everyday feets.
Yes.
You wear those at work too?
I wish.
You gotta wear boots?
Yes.
All right.
Them shits is comfortable as fuck though.
Crocs?
Facts.
Never owned a pair.
You missing out, bro.
For real.
I don't like the way they look.
Who gives a fuck about how they look? Nigga, you're 34 years old. It's about comfort at this point.
Clearly not. Because I couldn't imagine wearing them shits.
Not for you. You know, you still worried about how you look in shoes.
I guess so. I like aesthetics.
Don't worry. the way you feel is gonna catch up, and you ain't gonna care about what it look like. I promise.
Don't speak that bullshit over me.
I promise.
My heels be hurting from fucking doing deadlifts and shit.
He a desk ass nigga anyway. You good.
I'm not, bro. I gotta run up and down like a motherfucker, nigga. You crazy?
Ain't no steps in your job, bro.
There's cars to be moved,
So you go from your seat to another seat. Okay.
and then I gotta move some shit. Then I might have to move some other shit. Then I might have to grab some shit. Grab some
What,
people.
license plates? This is mad heavy, right? This motherfucker here.
Printer.
I respectfully, I hate bending down to put plates on a car that I didn't make a ton of money off of. Not a ton, but like if I made a flat,
Bro,
I don't want
part
to
of
put the
job.
plates on the car.
You're
I
looking at it
feel
the wrong
insulted.
way, bro. You're looking at it the wrong way.
I feel insulted.
It should be looked at as something that's included in service. Whether you crack somebody, whether you made a flat, a sale equals I gotta put plates on the fucking car.
Yeah, I know, but it's just trash. I'll just be like, nah, I gotta fucking drill this shit for 5 minutes.
Okay, look at it.
Weak ass bread.
Look at it as balancing out, because the niggas that you beat over the head for $20,000 over MSRP, nigga, you ate off that deal, nigga.
I know it's a balancing act, but
Yeah, so
it's like, fuck. What type of shit is this? Punk ass plates. Fuck up out of here, nigga.
Weird.
Why is it weird?
You're weird.
Why am I weird?
you be talking about the universe balancing. All of that shit count except for when he got to do some shit. Like put license plates on the car. That's part of the service, bro.
I do it. I just don't.
Nigga, do it with a smile. If I buy a car from there, nigga, I'm definitely gonna try and make you drop your pants, nigga. And I want to smile when you put the plates on.
Nigga, we not negotiating. The fuck?
That's cool. You gonna take this flat though, and
I don't gotta make money off of you.
and if you don't smile when putting the plates on the car, nigga,
You not.
when that
you
review
not
come
gonna
through,
see
nigga,
that.
when that review come through, nigga, you think this nigga be giving y'all shit now? My pen game wicked.
Yo, my boy gone, bro.
Who that?
He died?
He went away.
What are you talking about?
My boss. It's
He went-
fucking trash.
He left?
He probably making more money wherever he went.
Nah. He went to jail
He be alright.
for 2 years.
Nigga, that's like you can do that in his sleep.
It doesn't even matter.
It don't. So fucking ridiculous. I shed some tears the other day.
Sounds pretty gay.
I know, but couldn't help it. Feel bad for the guy.
Taking his spot?
Not apparently.
Unfortunate. Maybe we put those plates on with a smile. The right person would have seen
I'm
you.
about to finesse around. Get some shit popping. I got goals to accomplish before the end of the year.
Sell some crack.
I think about that at least once a day.
That's ridiculous.
Don't think about it, be about it.
But I don't want to be responsible for the decline of our people.
So sell crack to white people.
They're gonna get crack anyway.
That is what every hood nigga says about everything.
I mean, it's true.
I don't want to be responsible for it though, just because. Let me ask y'all grown ass niggas this.
Does it make you responsible?
I've added to the decline of our people
How so?
by selling crack cocaine.
That they gonna smoke anyway.
I'm putting my hand in it.
Okay, what you doing to help our people?
What am I doing to help?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting them into these whips. Make good connections.
Wait. So putting niggas in a motherfucking 2002 Altima with
I don't sell nothing
$750 a month is helping the people, nigga.
Listen, if you couldn't get into some shit, right? Nowhere, nigga.
No. If
You
I'm
couldn't
gonna
get
let
$100
somebody
loan.
listen, if I'm gonna let somebody raw dog me with no lube, nigga, I can get into a car anywhere. If I'm willing to pay $800 a month, I can get into a car anywhere.
But I'm not those types of people. You wouldn't. The niggas that you make money off of are the people with their shit together, not the bad credit niggas. The bad credit niggas are getting raped by the banks. We just getting them into the car.
So you've never made money on a deal with a bad credit nigga?
I've made money, but it's not like I can't crack a bad credit nigga. It's impossible because the bank be like, yo, we giving you $17,200 for this bum ass nigga right here. Get him whatever you gonna get him. And then it's like 9 times out of 10 with the market the way it is, we don't even have a car to fit that. It gotta be $17,200. Taxes, all of that. They'd be like, nah, this nigga make $2,200 a month.
That's it, nigga.
He qualifies for a $333 payment.
So I'm still missing the part where you helping the people, bro.
I'm helping you. You know, we help them get into account, get your shit established. You feel me? I create action plans for niggas.
If the bank is still saying, nigga, I don't give a fuck what dealership you go to, nigga, we got $17,200 for you.
Not everybody could get that 17 for you. That's the point.
What, a car for 17,000?
No,
yeah, I got something
no
sitting
for
on the lot.
certain niggas.
No, I got something sitting on the lot for you. That's all you got?
To finance, the bank has to give you that first.
That's what I'm saying. If a nigga with fucked up credit come here and that's all he can get, we got a piece of shit for you to get into. Because that's what it's going to be.
But we got you on the road to repairing your situation.
So you don't think that there's better ways to repair those situations? Less expensive ways? No?
Depending on where you at, no.
$600 a month for 72 months?
Listen, you're going to pay that for a
Is
year.
paying a credit repair service more or less than that?
You're going to pay.
I'm asking.
Which credit repair service?
Is it more or less than $600 a month?
It's
for
less, but what are they
months?
going? What is they finna do?
If you was helping the people, you would tell my brother, go see these people here, and then you'll be able to come back. I get you in this. I get you right.
You see what I do? I be like, yo,
You abuse
go
them.
download. No, I don't. I be like, yo, go download the Self app. You know what I'm saying? Go download you the Kickstarter. Right?
I'm listening.
Get these trade lines up on your credit profile. Pick whatever
still
amount
selling
you.
these niggas a car before the credit is up, though. Is what
I'm not.
saying.
Certain niggas, the niggas that I can't get approved, I give them the action plan. I give them, you know what I'm saying? Grab these apps.
So the bad credit niggas that you can get approved is who you abuse.
No, I told the bad credit niggas that I do get approved to get this too. You know what I'm saying? Now that you got the whip,
Yeah,
you
since
could
you're already
always
paying $750 for the next 6 years.
It's not me, bro. If I got $17,200 to sell a
I
car,
want to hear what he told him to do after this 1 year. This is what I'm waiting for. This.
oh, you gonna pay it for a year, then you gonna come back. I'm gonna get you out of that, baby.
So you going
So you gonna throw them niggas an upside down pineapple cake?
What?
An upside down pineapple cake.
Listen,
That's exactly what he gonna do.
depending on the situation, you just not gonna put.
So you just out here raw dogging niggas.
I'm not raw dogging
You
niggas.
gotta be.
You gonna establish your shit for a year. You gonna come back. I'm gonna let you know you should probably go like another year, right? You should probably. Yo, you should probably.
Yo, you're
it's
doing
not.
the people bad, bro. You might as well sell crack, man.
I'm not doing people bad.
You might as well
Listen.
sell the crack, bro.
You
At least
should,
the niggas,
you should probably rock out for like one more year.
at least the niggas who want to
And by
smoke
that
crack
time,
is,
know what I'm
is ready to
saying?
be fucked by the crack.
the
Then
scales
you can sell them an even bigger upside down pineapple.
will be
A
tipped in your
two-tier
favor.
upside down pineapple cake. Okay.
Yo,
Boy.
it's real shit though. We do it all the time, baby. But word. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? I educate the young brothers. Yo. So this little young nigga at the job, right? I fucks with the nigga. He cool.
Okay.
Service guy. The nigga shows me a Jesus tattoo. Like, yo, this fire, right? About to do this. I was like, yo, read these books real quick, and you can get some more inspiration for your tattoos. I got so upset to see a young black man trying to tattoo Jesus on him. It was a white Jesus too. On top of that,
So what came of this?
he took the titles of the books down. Nah, he did be reading though, so it's cool. I'm like, nah, you just gotta educate yourself up out of that, young G. You know what I'm saying?
What is wrong with this nigga?
Word. But I gave him some Yosef Ben Yakanan. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bring him some shit. But yeah, like, by the time you're done with them, might get fucking Shaka Zulu or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And you good.
Why he can't just love his white Jesus and be happy?
Because I'm not cool with it. You just took the young mind. They already got all of this buffoonery.
Where he from?
White Plains.
Where's mama from?
Oh, Guyana
Whatever.
and black. Whatever. You don't respect the Guyanese or something? How you gonna do that?
No, I'm on whatever. That's whatever.
Guyanese is not real black people?
Not to me.
No. They're like Indians?
Some of them are, but just any of them Caribbean niggas. I don't know. I'm not fucking with none of them. So I ain't fucking with half myself.
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
For real?
Ain't you a Caribbean nigga?
When did you attain this point of view?
When? That's a good question.
Right.
I think it's been this way for a while. I'm not gonna lie.
You know, you fuck with. Oh, so you mean it's because it's ever since you figured that niggas was here?
No.
Or it's because they treat us like second class citizens
Right.
and they turn their nose up?
Yeah.
Fair enough. They do.
And they be trying to act like we ain't got no culture. When we
While
gave them their
copying it,
culture.
yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
I ain't jacking none of them niggas. These Jamaican niggas out of pocket
Jamaican niggas.
for sure.
Word. I don't be keeping up. I know the London niggas is crazy.
What? Jamaican London niggas?
No, London black niggas.
Why they crazy?
They be wildin' with the it's not the niggas, it's the women. The London black
we
women.
talking about they be.
They hate niggas. They hate niggas bad. The London black women.
But where they all transplant from? Nigeria and Ghana and all that shit. So,
But I don't feel like Nigerian women be, you know what I'm saying? They be mixing in with the Americans.
where so?
No?
Where?
I know plenty of Nigerian women that date American niggas. I think it's maybe their parents might be upset about that. I don't know.
Maybe transplanting from Nigeria
To
or wherever
to
country in
there,
Africa to London does some
some
other shit.
wild indoctrination shit. Probably. It's kind of like
I don't see how it would be worse than here, but
them niggas in Cali growing up with all of the political stuff that Cali be having going on, like LGBT this and
oh yeah, that's what you're saying.
free the nipples and whatever the hell else.
Right.
And then they come over here like gender fluid or whatever the fuck. You know? I was really
So you think all the weirdo niggas is transplants? They're not really New York niggas?
Nah. At this point, we have enough of them, right? But the ones that's from Cali are a fucking exponential level of, you know,
Fuckery.
wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ex used to call like gay day like a religious event or some shit. Like, and be like running downtown like, woo. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some extra shit. I'll be like, oh, you just used to wake up. I envisioned them waking up.
But you telling me about transplants. So you got to explain this to some niggas that been here.
Explain that
So you think all
they
the weirdo
transplanted
niggas
from
is transplant-
Spanish nigga countries.
What?
I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. look, but I'm thinking of like the most of the gay nigga. Yo, that was a subconscious verbiage outing. Because most of the gay niggas in the Bronx is Spanish niggas, respectfully. I think. Now you got downtown. Downtown is where the black gays thrive.
Downtown where?
Downtown is the only place I really see black gay niggas. Like Soho's and No Ho's and
I see more white.
Two Bros and
Obviously, I've worked over there. That's all I see is white gay niggas.
you don't be seeing black gay niggas.
You see them, but they just like sprinkled
Sprinkled?
around.
But
And
the gay niggas in the Bronx is definitely more than I would be willing to say like 92% Spanish niggas, bro. I see a gay Indian every once in a while. Gay black nigga here and there, but so that's where my thought process came with the previous comment. That was, you know, niggas doing all that hair shaking and shit to the house music, flipping and stuff, and
Talking like black chicks.
sashaying and shit. That was some straight up New York shit. But yeah, the Cali niggas be on some wild shit. They pull up here, and they feel so passionately. Because I have a lot of conversations with people from around different places. They feel so passionately and politically aligned with something, and it like they ready to die about that shit. Like, not literally, but like, there's very strong opinions and emotions around this stuff, like feminism and LGBTs, and you know, the feminism stuff. Any political movements, really. They even go hard for the Black Lives Matter shit out there. Crazy.
Whatever.
It's just a politically charged up state, I think. I envision like them like
I feel like here ain't no better.
no. I envision like Californians like taking a walk to school in the morning and they're walking past like 100 naked bitches on the sidewalk, and then they're walking past like mad niggas going to Heil fucking Hitler and shit. Like,
walk through Washington Square Park.
Yes, similar,
Equal level of fuckery going on.
just like that.
A matter of fact, the video that this nigga put in the chat of like 10 different things going on. It's saying like that's why Metaverse ain't popping.
Nah, I gotta.
Niggas outside of New York.
Nah,
That's Washington Square Park, literally every day.
what was in it?
Nigga, it's just niggas balancing shit on their head. You turn the next way, niggas is fencing. The next way, there's just mad shit going on.
Random shit.
Like nigga, but they were
It's
all
the
literally
hipster. Oh, watch this
These
Square
niggas
Park
was
where the
feet
hipster.
from
30
each other.
feet away from each other. All of this is going on. Nigga. It's like craziness.
That's where the hipster niggas be at. We used to protest
And
there,
you know what's there?
or we've protested there.
And it's surrounded by colleges.
Mm-hmm. So it just makes sense.
The most impressionable, want to be part of something ass motherfuckers.
Want to be part of something. But word. Speaking of weird ass states, Illinois is doing some questionable, thought-provoking shit right now.
What's that?
They just passed a law getting rid of cash bail for like the majority of crazy ass crimes. So they're gonna charge and release people on with no bail.
See, but I thought the no cash bail thing was supposed to be like for niggas not really doing anything heinous, for petty crimes. These
Nigga, they talk
Yeah,
about second.
so-
They talk about
So here's the clip, because it's fucking ridiculous. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they charge exuberant bails for bullshit all the time.
right, like the what's his? I can't remember his name. The kid who committed suicide after spending 7 years on Rikers.
Khalif Browder.
Khalif Browder.
Yeah.
Shit like that, petty bullshit crimes. I get that, but
As of January 1st, 2023, the following things will go into effect, and people need to be aware of this. It abolishes cash bail for almost every offense. This includes, but isn't limited to, kidnapping, armed robbery, second-degree murder, drug-induced homicide, aggravated DUI, threatening a public official, and aggravated fleeing and eluding. Offenders released on electronic monitoring have to be in violation for 48 hours before law enforcement can act. They could almost drive to Alaska before we can even look for them. It denies victims their constitutional rights. And keep this in mind, businesses and homeowners. Officers will no longer be able to remove trespassers from your residence or your businesses. Someone could decide to live in your shed, and all we can do is give them a ticket. You have to decide what level of force is required to remove them and whether or not it's legal.
So that shit is fucking bananas, because it says Illinois non-detainable offenses. Beginning January 1st, 2023. Aggravated battery, intimidation, kidnapping.
so that's just a ticket.
Yeah. They give you a desk appearance ticket or a fine. right? Aggravated DUI, kidnapping, aggravated fleeing, robbery, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, threatening a public official, and second-degree murder. Nigga, that's crazy.
It is crazy. I mean, once you put all the violent crimes on the table for no cash, I mean, I don't think the cash bail system is like anything spectacular. It's like either you got the money or you don't.
So
either you
it
come
hasn't
up with
been,
the money
right?
or you don't.
But so I think the issue was not the fact that a bail system is in place. I think the issue is that for non-violent offenses, for offenses that were not sexual assault, that were not murders, attempted
Victimless
murders,
crimes, right?
you getting 10, 15, 50, $100,000 bail for something that if you had been in a predominantly white county, you wouldn't even saw the courtroom. They wrote you a fucking ticket. You come to court, you plea, and walk away with community service. To now totally take it away, second degree murder. So like first degree is intent.
But I don't know if there should be. So I think the real question is whether you think the cash bail thing is good or not, or it's efficient or not, or it makes sense.
So it doesn't, right? But to take it away as opposed to try to
Implementing something
tweak
new.
it, to take it away altogether. The difference between first degree murder and second degree murder is intent.
Mm-hmm.
So like someone still lost their life, right? You gonna get this nigga a ticket? You think he gonna come back? Right? I don't know what the mandatory minimums are for these crimes in Illinois, but I can't help but think that this is, I guess, sort of like genocide, or to promote it, because Illinois, right? They probably have the most murders in the country at this point, right? Statistically. It's not like they were policing these neighborhoods. It's not like the community was policing themselves, because niggas is afraid. Niggas got big ass guns. Niggas is letting them shits ring from sun up to sundown. And now they basically gave them license, because who gonna stop them? I'm gonna lock you up. You gonna see the judge and go home?
But if they had the money, that's what they'd be doing anyway.
Yeah, but if we being real, most of these niggas don't have the money. Most people in our community don't have the money.
But that's the problem. You put these obstacles in place for disenfranchised people, where the elite get to fucking walk on by, or from more prominent neighborhoods or more wealthy neighborhoods just get to skate through the law as they wish.
Yes, I agree that the system wasn't fair. Right? I don't disagree. I'm not arguing that fact at all. But instead of taking the brush and painting this side with the same brush, you took an eraser and just erased this system in this state, basically.
Did
So
it go through?
It
passed?
says,
Yeah.
it says January 1st
Oh.
that it's going to be the Wild Wild West out that motherfucker.
I don't believe that.
You think they're gonna dial it back? Oh, you don't think it's gonna be Wild Wild West?
No.
Because it's already Wild Wild West?
Not because they're ready to Wild Wild West, but I don't think this is like a purge, so to say.
Yeah, so I don't think that it'll get that bad, right? Although I do wonder what.
I don't foreseeably see a significant increase in these criminal activities
So
in
I do
Chicago,
believe it'll
per se.
increase. No, I do believe that it will increase. I don't think it'll get to a point like the Purge. And have you seen any of the Purge movies?
Yeah.
Nigga, from the moment that fucking alarm sounds to the next time you hear it, it's fucking mayhem. And if you don't want to be parts of the shit, you got to be bolted in your fucking house and hope that it
No, we're not.
stands
I'm
up.
not saying that it's necessarily going to
What
match.
I'm saying is, if there are communities that have been able to benefit from this system because they've been able to just show up, see a judge, pay the bill, go home, and there isn't a purge-like system there, why would there be one here?
Because now there's no deterrent. Because
But
niggas,
there's no deterrent there either because they can just pay whatever obstacle you put in front of them. They could leap those obstacles.
yeah, this is still assuming that people can pay to get over the obstacle.
But we know that there are neighborhoods and places where people are able to do that.
Yes. And I feel like in those neighborhoods, the crimes are often victimless. Oh, you hurt the banking institution. You hurt the insurance companies. Sure, there's a victim
I
in
don't
that.
believe that.
I do. I mean, I guess all we can do is wait and see. January 1st, we're going to see. Because even a squatter now, or someone who's trespassing on your property, all they're going to do is get a nigga a ticket. They're not moving this nigga off your property.
Nigga, think about the nigga that's gonna be like, oh, look, I could fucking just kill this nigga for squatting here and do my thing. If I gotta take it there, I'll take it there.
If there's a castle doctrine, sure.
What's that?
The right to protect your property.
But regardless, because of the law, he gonna be able to, get charged and released. So it might up the probability of him taking shit way too far.
So aren't you the same nigga who said that people don't need governing?
Yes,
Wouldn't this be along those lines?
there's still you talking about. All I'm thinking about is Chicago is already.
Doesn't matter where it is, you the one that thinks people don't need it, regardless of geographic location.
Did I say governance or people should all be able to have guns?
We were talking about governance.
So in this stuff, it doesn't even say what the purpose of releasing people without cash bail is for. I mean, what is it for? Like, what do they hope to achieve by releasing people for these offenses?
I think it's a
with no
test
cash
trial.
bail?
It's a test trial for like flipping the narrative. You know what I immediately thought of? All the defund the police movements, blah, 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 right?
Okay.
It's a test trial to flip the narrative to then say, y'all did this shit to yourselves.
But does the bill fund the police?
No, but I'm just saying it's just going to up the crime and they're going to position, the police have all these terrible ratings and this and that.
Yeah, but I think that I think that these political motherfuckers is reading too much into this shit because I don't see a need for any police force to have a tank. A tank? For what? You know who already has tanks? The military. If you feel the need for a tank, call the military. Why does your police force have a tank?
I agree.
You know what it costs for a tank? You know whose money pays for that? So I understand that. Like, yo, y'all niggas are taking away from other shit to give to this fund, when if you fund this shit here, you won't need to police this the way that you do.
Ultimately, these moves are what's going to allow them to put the tank on the road, baby.
And I get it.
Here we go with FEMA camp trap.
Why you gotta fucking do all of that? Huh?
Why you got to do all that?
All I said.
Why everything got to end up with niggas living in caves? And underground
I
cities?
didn't say nothing about a FEMA camp.
I know where you was going.
You wasn't going there.
So
Close.
when the tanks is on the fucking road, bitch ass nigga, don't fucking say nothing.
This shit is ridiculous. It's gonna be interesting
I'm
to
gonna
see
make
how it
sure I
turns
bunk
out,
up with you when we in the FEMA camp, so I can hear you tell me every day I told you so. I'm
It's
gonna
a
make sure. I
fact,
want to hear I
nigga.
told you so every day.
Told you, nigga. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why do you think the police force got tanks, Marcus?
Why do I think they have tanks?
Why do they have fucking tanks?
The more reasonable reason would be that
Tis a more
the
reason.
war on drugs allowed them all this extra funding, and these niggas made it really seem like it was a war, and they went and bought whatever the funding would allow them to buy, because we know that companies and businesses, when they have a budget, it has to be spent.
But
I thought the majority of them shits was fucking giveaways from wars. Like, these.
I'm sure some is. I'm sure some of it
They
is.
probably just
But to his point, so we do the same shit when I was working at Barnes and Noble. The fiscal year ends April 30th, begins May 1st. So all the way up until the 29th, if you haven't used your operating supply budget, niggas is ordering
wow shit.
cases of paper, all kinds of printer ink that they may not even need,
Just so that they could get to that
so that
number,
next year,
and they could get that extra 6% next year to go to their budget. It's just what niggas do.
shit
And how
wild
much
though.
shit do cops really need? So what they gonna start doing? Spending it on bullshit.
Shit wild, bro.
And then they was incentivized to do the shit by locking niggas up for drugs.
Yo, it's gonna be interesting to watch. And look at the state that they chose.
You know who that is?
No. Look at the state that they chose for that to be the test run. The capital.
Exactly. The capital what?
Currently, that's the murder capital of the United States.
Exactly. This is what the fuck I'm saying though. So you let the niggas bug out, right? Drop approximately 2 to 3 times more trunks full of banana clips in niggas' alleyways. And watch niggas bug the fuck out. And then level the whole fucking city when niggas get out of pocket too much. That's just the end of that. Then they go, oh, okay, no cash bail for New York niggas neither. And everybody start getting sturdy and it's lit.
I have faith in my people.
To do what? Oh, to not fucking
Run amok.
turn it up extra?
Imagine that.
So do you have faith in them to do so now?
Yeah.
Under the cash bail?
Yeah.
So they still wilding,
Are they?
according to statistic, I suppose. Do you think that that's conspiracy?
I'm not saying it's conspiracy. I think niggas gonna do what they're gonna do, right? I don't think there's gonna be any influx in like crime, so to speak.
So you don't think it'll increase? It'll remain consistent, like a flat line.
Might have to get into like some metadata or something, but yeah, it'll probably stay by balance.
And this is just so to answer your question when you was being a smart ass talking about from the nigga that says no governance, right? I'm not so what's the word? I'm not so naive to think that if we just abruptly cut governance in that way, that there's not going to be a curve before it's understood. You follow?
Okay.
So, in the beginning, there will be blood.
Okay.
But that's what I'm saying. So, you talk about, me with the no governance thing. I still think that there's still going to be an incline to get there, to have that understanding, considering we're governed beings at the moment.
So would you just get the urge to commit a crime because you won't have to face cash bail?
No, not me.
Do you think most people will?
This the nigga who wouldn't rob the truck even if he knew he could get away with it.
Right. So do you think most people will?
Criminals. Isn't it always about the criminals? Whatever the fucking reasoning behind the crime,
No,
Mr. Victim of circumstance.
It has, but everything has to do with circumstances.
Fair enough.
I mean, even at your job, you beat niggas upside the head who you can. You can't crack a GMD nigga, right?
Fair enough.
You didn't take the circumstance to do something that was.
I was just taking a shot at your innately bad fucking whatever.
No, you said that people
can be innately bad.
And I don't believe that. It depends on the circumstance. Most people are on the fence.
To rehash this really quickly, there are still people who by nature just resonate with darkness.
To every rule. Every rule. Anything that you can say is an absolute, there's an exception to it.
Fine. I think that it's more than just whatever the proverbial percentage is for the exceptions to the rule. I think that there is extremes to this.
That would be the exception.
I don't think it's as exceptional as you think it is.
I don't think that it's as absolute as you making it seem.
I just think it's a lot more frequent than you
No. So if you could you could rob a store for 10 grand today, or you could hit a lick for 10 grand today, and you can hit another one tomorrow for 10 grand, and know that you wouldn't have any violence, any police contact. The only one who would know is you and the motherfuckers that got stuck up.
I gotta stick people up.
You wouldn't do it if your funds ran low. if you couldn't pay your rent, you couldn't pay your car note, your mother ain't got no groceries in the crib?
I was kind
Yes or no before you explain.
Yeah, sure.
What would you do
So
when I was at home?
Crying all alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry.
so
And the only way to, I'm not.
but you just said yes, right?
Yeah.
The circumstances allow for you to be like, yo, fuck it, back against the wall. I have no other choice right now. Niggas is hungry.
And
we
you
gonna
also
take
think
care
about
of it.
selling crack every day.
At least once a day. Would you say that you're inherently bad, Mr. Beautiful Soul?
That's where my 33% narcissist personality is rearing its ugly head. Because in that moment that I think about
In that situation,
distributing crack cocaine,
right? You considered it
yeah, it's like,
and decided against it.
correct. You think that most people,
It depends. See, you work at a job where your salary is not set, right? If you able to sell 20 cars this week, you had a great fucking week, right? Mm-hmm. You probably had a great month if you right. This is what, the second week of September. If you sold 20 cars this week, you had a great fucking month. You don't have to sell another car this month. Is that gonna stop you from selling the car? You gonna run it up, right? So, you're in that example, your circumstances don't create the need to have to look away from your job. But what about the months where you got 5 cars out? And that's below what they want you to roll out. And that's below what you need to roll out to be able to pay for your shit. How many times have you looked at alternative methods other than selling cars? Parlays, card games.
that's just extra shit. Yeah, I get what you're saying, though.
But you could have sold more cars to get
Yeah.
that same money.
Fair enough.
That's all I'm saying.
In the circumstance shit.
That's all I'm saying.
Fine. So you don't think
Listen, we all had a
That
good upbringing, bro.
in those places,
No.
in Chicago, them same circumstances are going to prevail in niggas' actions around the new law?
The circumstances are there now.
That's what I'm saying. You don't think they're going to prevail when they think of that?
No. If we
At least for
being
a little
real,
while?
no. I think that I think what'll happen is there might be a slight spike for the motherfuckers that are privy to this information and understand and are able to navigate this information. But if we being real, you really think that niggas able to read and understand and navigate this kind of stuff? The niggas who's in the street dealing with these kind of circumstances all the time, they're not privy to this. It's just another thing. They focus on what they focus on. That's how I feel about it.
All of that could be true with the increase in the edge to.
Again, I believe that there'll be a slight spike. Like with anything new, you'll have people that's trying to heat check some shit. Right? You'll have people who's trying to heat check some shit to see how it works. So yeah, you might have a slight increase in these crimes that are affected by this new law. You think that that number will become the norm? I'm not sure. I would like to think no, but
I'm just
Again,
saying an
not sure.
incline before it
But there's going to be an
normalizes
increase
out.
with everything. It's going to be an increase with everything. Because you're going to have people who's going to be like, oh, let's try this shit out. Then they'll try it out, and it might not work how they understood it to work. All right, maybe this ain't it. Let's try something else. We'll see, though.
Indeed.
You know what I just realized as we was talking?
What?
Today's September 11th.
Yeah.
21 years.
21 years since the Blueprint drop.
Oh.
Shout out my nigga Ho.
Y'all remember what y'all niggas was doing?
When the Blueprint drop?
I ran outside to cop the bootleg from nigga in front of Lehman.
I was in Miss Holden's class waiting to get out so I could run down the FYE.
Oh, I'm wildin'. Are we talking about the Blueprint? Oh, I was thinking of the Blueprint too. Blueprint 1. I was in Miss Whitford's class.
Drop you a funk nigga.
And she started crying and talking about whatever. There's some white people downtown was bugging out and shit.
Nah, I was in class. I looked to my left, and for some reason, I could see mad smoke.
Mm.
And I was like, she was like, shut up, basically.
Yeah.
And then
she was like that.
The dean walked in and was like, and then they brought a whole TV.
So he ain't walking to our class.
But they were like best friends.
No, this nigga Combat Jack kicked the door open. Real shit. And he said, a plane crashed into the World Trade Center. And the class just started laughing. Like the whole class. Like we dying laughing. And this is the first time I ever heard this man curse. It's not a fucking joke. So when he said that, it's like everyone started to get serious. And maybe like 2 minutes after he said that, nigga, the announcement speaker start going off like they're reading the credits in a movie, nigga. Like half an hour later, like the only one sitting in the class.
Yeah, I ain't get picked up either.
My mom's working in Brooklyn. My pops was just getting off work, called back into work because all hands on deck. My grandmother didn't walk up to come get us. Like, niggas did a roll call. The teacher packing her shit. She ready to go. And I'm still sitting here like...
My sister worked right across the street. She walked out of the train station. Seen, but I don't remember what she said. She seen exactly. I think she caught like the last train come back to the city before they shut everything down.
Word. 'Cause my mom's got...
She had to walk?
Yeah, she was trooping it. So like then, you know, at some point they had started rolling buses to do shuttles once you got further uptown. But she still had to get from Brooklyn into the city to get home. Just like, nigga, that was nasty business, bro.
Yeah.
Word. I was looking at the fucking the yearbook.
Well, that was your last year in middle school, right?
Like they had niggas line up and make the year 2002. There's mad 9/11 shit in there. And it's just like, as a kid, you wasn't really affected by it. You didn't really understand what the fuck was going on. It's like, yes, get to go home. Only to not be able to watch cartoons because every channel got this shit on the fucking TV.
Yeah. I didn't even know what a terrorist was before that day.
I don't think that any of us knew what the fuck that was because they weren't teaching us that shit in fucking history class. But it's like 21 years. for it to be 21 years and to, you know, still have an idea of what the fuck was going on that day. Because they say that a plane crashed. They grounded all the planes. They say that someone hijacked some shit that's going to Pennsylvania. Someone hijacked some shit that's supposed to go to the Pentagon or some shit. And it's like, what the fuck? Then when you hear planes overhead, it's like,
Oh yeah, them black helicopters is out there.
nigga. It's like,
The ones that don't
fuck is
exist.
going? Yeah, you know. 21 years though.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Where it almost seems like, I don't want to say irrelevant, but like, because we were kids, it's like I don't think it's that
feel like
significant.
what took away from the significance of that act or whatever it was is then this bullshit war starts for 20 years and they got fucking nowhere. They lied on a bunch of people to start this shit.
Word.
So that just took away from the actual impact of 9/11, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shit.
Whereas if they would have just went and maybe tried to take down that group or something like that, but you went and started a war in 3 different countries and shit, that's just crazy.
Yeah, shit different. But 21 years. I think what they say? I was listening to Drink Champs
Mm-hmm.
with B2K.
Fizz? It was just Fizz on there, or
No, it was the three of them.
Oh.
The only one who wasn't there was Omarion.
obviously?
Yeah. I mean, they said they tried to talk to the nigga,
I just seen the clip. I thought only Fizz was there.
yeah, nah. And them niggas was drunk as fuck, bro. Where them niggas start, they drunk to the point where they get irritated with each other, talking over each other. Like, go ahead then, man. No, you gonna talk. I don't do that shit, man. Go ahead, say what you gonna say so I could talk. Like, yeah. Nori got him. But one of their first single on their second album also dropped on that day, they said. And they said that's what sort of like jammed up their records and shit, because it wasn't doing the numbers. Nigga, how's it gonna do the numbers? And everything on TV for the remainder of the year was fucking 9/11. And how they used the guise of safety to strip us of our privacy.
Yeah.
With the, what do they call it? The Patriot Act? What that shit stand for?
Yeah, it was the Patriot Act.
Yeah. That now we can
Mass
listen to
surveillance and
our,
shit.
yeah, we can listen to our citizens' conversations.
Yeah.
And if we deem that the conversation is safe, we'll stop listening. They're always listening.
I mean, we still want to know what happened to Building 7.
Listen.
Try what happened to Building 7. Get in your conspiracy theory bag.
Oh, the one that didn't have a plane hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
They just forgot to make the plane hit that one for the show.
Forgot to make the plane hit.
Yeah, they just blew that shit up like they did the other ones.
So that's what the 4chan niggas are saying?
I don't read that. That's a forum, right?
It's like a conspiracy theorist forum or some shit.
I mean, I've heard of them, but
That's smart to act like you're not on there.
I'm not on
Try to
there.
be on there with your username. That makes sense. I
Yeah, I'm not on there.
wouldn't admit to that shit either.
That's crazy. But yeah, I think that they all doing some wild shit all the time. So the powers that be, I guess. I don't fucking know. These Europeans, the Queen's people.
Yo, Twitter's kind of crazy. They was wild on her.
You said kind of crazy?
What's happening on Twitter?
Bruh.
They was violating her.
I will never get rid of the internet. Because all of this shit is fucking hilarious. So I was in Long Island when she died, right? So one of the employees comes. The Queen just died. I'm like, Queen Elizabeth? Yeah, she just died at 96. Like, oh, okay. And I went back to work.
That bitch lived a long life.
A really long life.
She lived a good life. I'm pretty sure she ain't have no callus on her hands or feet.
Not a one.
Fuck, I feel bad for her for.
But bro, these motherfucking memes.
Twitter was wild.
I don't
You know what?
particularly. I don't know what that shit never been significant for me, even before like knowledge of self
Honestly,
or something.
I don't even know what they are. The
monarch is
of.
for. They're just like the source from which all of this evil white people shit come from, basically.
I mean, that's a possibility, but
And we're supposed to celebrate them for that reason.
right. But I don't even know what their territory is.
The world.
Okay, here we go. Conspiracy theories. Trash. Let's go. Tell us more.
They are connected to the other niggas who's connected to the
All right,
other
don't be
niggas.
vague if you're going to talk about it. Just talk about it.
I'm not really jumping in this bag right now.
Why not? You started it.
I'm not really a conspiracy theorist. I think that term is dismissive. I'm actually a actual factual kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. It's a fact that they blew the fucking buildings up. It's not a theory.
Did the buildings blow up?
Whatever they did, they collapsed them. Dynamite, whatever the fuck. It's not a conspiracy to me.
I believe you.
These English niggas is tied to these.
There we go. Let's go.
These English niggas is tied to these Vatican niggas, is tied to these Bilderberger niggas, is tied to the Rothschilds and the Epsteins and the, just a big conglomerate
But
of
where's the actual factuals?
all of it. And it's a big conglomerate of.
No. What you just did is dismissive. Not
What do you-
conspiracy theorists is not dismissive, nigga. Where's the actual factuals?
They connected.
How? Because you said it?
Via, these secret channels and bloodlines.
So how you know about it if it's a secret?
Because I'm a phenomenal motherfucker.
Fuck out of here.
So
They was letting these memes fly off though. This one said, just heard the news about the Queen. So yeah, I think the Yankees and the Mets are really gonna
saw
take
that.
it this year. Yeah.
Yo, TN Sympathy is crazy. They didn't even give it time. Not even 2 hours, bro. And they're already shipping and celebrating. Shit is crazy. Relax.
Tea and sympathy.
Nigga said I told my mama the Queen died. She talking about Latifah?
Exactly.
Latif.
Starting today, I'm gonna start acting right. I'm trying to be another magic pajama. That's what
You thought I was.
This is probably the funniest one I've seen.
Palace
It says
has announced the
American
death
television
of
at 8:20 p.m.
Buckingham Palace has announced the death of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II.
Was that Thursday, right? Thursday night
So
football?
Thursday was opening game for week 1 in NFL. So all the other news stations are, running their shit, but I think Thursday night football is on Amazon now.
Is it?
Yeah, I think Amazon got that.
I was working late that day.
bid.
Niggas playing that shit on a big ass projector in the P's.
Yeah, because what did she do? What does she do?
I don't know anything. I don't even know why they monarch. I don't even know what they king, queen.
What has she done for me lately? Janet Jackson voice.
I'm trying to figure out why all the grandmas got yams now. Why they buying the beef? Are they changing the culture for good?
Why I mean?
They all got BBLs. I be seeing mad grannies with the cake. It's fake.
How you know it's fake? You touched it?
Nah, just noticeably fake.
What's fake about it? I'm asking.
The proportions, the skinny legs with the, you know what I'm saying?
So what's your question?
Why are they doing it? How they going to change the culture like that? I
Same
think
reason
that
they wake up every morning and put on makeup.
I think that grandma's getting BBLs is likened to all these old niggas being sugar daddies.
Nah, this one is funny.
It's
too.
the same damage to the.
Did y'all see that?
Who's that?
Meghan Markle dressed like Princess Diana.
The same day?
This is either that Thursday or like since Thursday.
Yeah, my family group chat hit the chat and they were like, "Who running the palace now?" I was like, "Megan." My mother was like, "Oh hell no."
Word, this nigga Charles. I saw some.
He about to go too. He knocking on the door.
Listen, he just shaking. I see this nigga shaking mad people's hands just out there, outside, superstar, rock star life. It's like, come on, bro. What are we really doing? Why are we letting these old people make these decisions? Any decisions? Because she's 96, that makes him what, 70 something?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why? Like, how we let Joe Biden get in office?
Who we?
The American people. You need some floss, nigga?
He was the best candidate.
Nigga 70-something years old, nigga. See now.
Well, so when Trump takes office back in 2024,
He'd be the best candidate.
after the work of Biden.
You assume the best one wins, right? Best man wins.
But the Electoral College exists.
Whatever that means.
I mean, there's that too, but nigga, even still. How do we let these old niggas get on the ballot?
Because
You don't have a choice.
That's the United States model.
We don't have a
let
choice
these-
in that matter.
To let these old we do though,
How so?
because niggas vote for these niggas to be on the ballot.
I don't know.
Like you
No.
put your bid in, and then you vote this nigga forward.
I don't think it works like that. The Democratic National Committee has to pick who they're gonna put in front, and the Republican National Committee picks their person. Then it goes from there.
But it's not just one person that they pick.
It usually is.
When you look at the debates, nigga, it'd be like 4 to 6 niggas up
Right. And there's no vote before then.
there. Yeah, so there's no vote to get the 4 to 6 niggas on there. But at some point,
From what I understand, for the last however many years, whoever the DNC pick, that's who going, nigga. Or the RNC,
you need
whatever.
to change the rules, bro.
Oh, definitely the rules need to be changed. That's a fact.
Because
But we know how they got there.
it don't make no sense, bro. These niggas with these antiquated beliefs and shit.
So would you rather
Suffer the pain of discipline or regret?
a 70-year-old man or a 26-year-old kid straight out of college?
Now you're gone too far. Like, up that number a little bit.
I'm asking you a question.
40-year-old
What
nigga?
would you prefer? Because if
I
you're
wouldn't
saying
prefer
too
20-year-olds. These 20-year-olds are idiots.
It said 26. Who the fuck are you to call these 20-year-olds idiots?
I work in retail,
Okay.
and I deal with 20-year-olds on a regular basis. 80% of them are idiots.
Yeah, I tell some 25-year-old nigga at my job the other day, I don't give a fuck about your opinion, nigga. Fuck are you talking about? Do you think I will ever give a fuck about your opinion? You 25-year-old snot.
So we're turning our nose up at the youth at
These
this
niggas
age?
don't read. They can't follow basic instructions.
But they with the shits, you heard?
I don't give a
What
fuck
shits are
about
they
the
with?
shits.
Digging in booties?
That's the shits that you... I happen to think that the new generation
They're all
is with the
sensitive as
shits.
fuck.
They might be sensitive as fuck, but normally the sensitive niggas is with the shits. Overly emotional ass niggas.
You not with the shits.
Oh, you call it? I am with the shits. Fuck you mean?
You not with the shits.
I am with the shits.
You not with the shits.
I'm definitely with the shits.
They're all in their... everything's about their feelings, how you made me feel.
But I'm not an overly emotional ass nigga.
You are.
You just tried that. Didn't you?
Look, you see the chat going off?
Who you FaceTiming?
20-year-olds are
I'm not
idiots.
FaceTiming nobody. Shameless call me.
I was in my 20s and an idiot. Because 20-year-olds are idiots. So no,
Suppose
I would choose the 70-year-old man over the idiot 20-year-old.
I said like 26.
That's on the fence.
I don't know what the ideal.
You give me someone, I think the age should be like maybe from 30 and you max out at like 50. If you pass that, nigga, you miss your shot. Because
That's not the American model.
So do you think the whole political system should have a retired
yes,
date?
Absolutely.
Right, like after a certain
Everybody,
age or after
nigga,
a certain
the-
amount of time, what you think it should
I
be?
think
Both?
it should be both. But and people might
And-
well, age is a protected group.
What would that
Fuck that.
What would that do?
It in theory, it should keep the policies and procedures up with the times, or at least one generation behind, as opposed to slavery being a thing again. In some, like, how is there's what, like 8 states,
Yeah, bring
10
it up.
states
I heard about this, but I didn't really
where
hear about
slavery is still, I guess, allowed.
There's some shit right now that they putting into law, looking at a bill to see if slavery is gonna, or indentured servitude or some shit is still gonna be, or can still be legal.
That's what
or
they
some
talking
shit.
about.
No, there is. I know what you're talking about.
But that's what they're talking about with
Yeah.
this slavery shit.
What they?
Indentured servitude as a result of a crime.
No. I think that there's some whole other shit. I heard slightly about it. I'm drunk that night. Somebody told me about it. There we go.
You know, I can't find where this shit.
What?
You gotta hit your whole fucking esophagus.
I could just do this.
You definitely a robot, nigga.
Why?
Because why do I hear all your mechanics going off, nigga? Like, it's crazy. Did you just whistle into the bottle? Nigga like, ooh.
Don't spit that shit out, nigga.
I didn't whistle into shit.
You definitely did.
I didn't.
So why went, ooh?
That's not, I don't know.
Nigga tried so hard not to do it this time. Nigga tried so hard. Yo, this nigga Travis crazy.
So you think I just have fucking sounds preloaded?
No, I think you have an order in which you do things, and one of them is whistle in the bottle first, drink,
Why would I
slurp
whistle?
on the fluid in your mouth, gurgle it, and then make all this noise as it goes down.
Yo, who the fuck whistles in bottles? What in the entire fuck, son?
All right, I found it. It says voters in Alabama, Louisiana, Oregon, Tennessee, and Vermont will decide on state constitutional
A
amendments.
couple of those states make sense. Not really Vermont though. I ain't see Vermont going down.
Yeah,
bad
because
like
that's
that.
in the north.
Yeah, but Alabama, Oregon, and what's the other one?
Louisiana for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
And Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know, those three for sure.
No,
Oregon.
nigga, Oregon been the most racist state forever. That's why KKK started.
You sure it wasn't Alabama?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that was their next chapter, nigga. I'm pretty sure they took that movie and took it straight to Alabama.
It says that they would decide on state constitutional amendments prohibiting slavery and involuntary servitude in some cases, except for work by incarcerated people. Advocates say that the amendments are needed to strip antiquated language from the state constitutions and to potentially transform the criminal justice system by making all work in prisons voluntary. So I can say with the utmost certainty that it's not leaving those state constitutions. Because why would I? Like even here in New York State.
So I don't have an issue with niggas working in jail. I have an issue with
What they get paid?
them working for profitable companies, cleaning the roads,
So I
Whatever-
guess the state would be the
cleaning up guard, whatever the
profitable
case
company.
may be.
So
yeah,
you
but
cool
the
with the
people
pay?
benefit as well, though. Am I cool with the pay? I mean,
You are state property.
not just your state property, but it may be part of your what you call it, a debt to society.
Bro. I think the lowest amount of money that you can make in New York State prison is 13 cents an hour.
But that's what you working for a profit company, putting tags on Victoria's Secret panties and shit. But what I'm saying is, if you're doing
Not always, but
if you're laboring, digging a trench, cleaning up the fucking highways, I don't know, whatever the fuck else it could be. I don't think I have an issue with that. But when you're fucking working for this $1 billion enterprise, helping bring down their cost.
So for the facilities that make the license plates in New York State, 13 cents an hour, cool. Because the people benefit from that.
I'm not mad at that.
Why are you okay with that amount of money?
Because they're repaying their debt back to society.
That's what I was asking before. Just like your state property. So
I don't know if you're state property, but okay.
I mean, that's what they classify.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Nigga, they put you in it. If you get caught, like, hurting yourself, like you slit your wrist or you get a tattoo in jail, nigga, they'll throw you in the box for destruction, defacing state property. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, the entire experience is ridiculous. Like, but I don't think that they will vote to abolish this in any of those states.
No.
For what? What does anyone other than the motherfuckers that are doing the work, who gains from that?
And they're paying the jail more money than the jail's paying you to work there.
For sure.
Right.
Everybody makes more money than them niggas. Shit. Some of them motherfuckers don't even make bread. In some of these states, niggas don't make money. Especially like in the southern states where you're actually still on a chain gang. Niggas be out in the hot sun in the fucking salt marshes breaking salt. Like, nigga, what? Might as well have these niggas pick cotton. It's the same thing.
I don't know if I'm that upset about that. I just feel like if it's for like this I don't know. If it's something that they do in a better society,
bro, all of these facilities,
fixing roads, whatever the case may
facilities.
Be. But at the same time, it's like then you taking a job away from somebody else. I don't know. It's tough.
Well, I expect that to be there. Probably indefinitely. Or if they do a complete overhaul of the system and get young motherfuckers in there, I think some of that shit will change. Like, to circle back to the aging out of these political positions.
Nah, but I think money talks, and
it does. But my brother made a good point. He said these niggas that's in their 70s still think that we can live off of $15 an hour. So think about it. $15 an hour.
You can in some places.
Yeah, but in those places, so the federal minimum wage is still $7.25, right? New York, which is the number 1 or number 2 market in the country, the minimum wage is $15. The average rent across the country is now $2,000. That don't add up.
4 times 15. That is not even enough to just pay the rent.
But that's my point.
After taxes.
It doesn't add up, right? But these are also people who've been making 6 figures who may not necessarily feel the same struggles that we have because they ain't got to worry about whether their ends are going to meet or not. But
precisely. So the obvious answer is to lower them niggas down to $20 an hour.
But even if you lower their salaries, it's not enough for everybody to reap the benefit of that. I'm saying, nigga, you print the money. Increase the wage. You make your own money. The dollar ain't been worth shit since they took it away from the gold standard.
Just not.
The dollar has.
This is why they're taking their what is it? Quantitative trimming. They're like taking money out of circulation.
Yes, to try and strengthen the dollar back, but the United States dollar hasn't been worth shit since they moved it from the gold standard. Now the dollar is just the United States word saying it's worth something.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of.
No, that's what it is. Because they went from bank reserve notes to...
Right, but what keeps its value is that most countries trade their oil.
Oil with it. All right.
But if they chose another currency to do that with, then what happens to the dollar?
Then
USA
we
is gonna
go
blow
bomb
them up.
that country.
i.e., Libya, Iraq, Afghanistan.
I hear what you're saying, man. I do. The dollar still ain't worth shit. Everything is going up except for the wages. Niggas cannot afford to live. My pops live in Middletown. My pops bought his house. I think February would be 4 years. 3 years. 3 years. February will be 3 years that they've had the crib. They got the house for under $300K, right? The house across the street from him is on the market for $525.
Somebody bought it.
It's under contract.
But so at the same time, it's like somebody's buying these bitches. Somebody's renting these rooms.
Yeah, but
These
what I'm saying
apartments.
is people were leaving here because it was expensive to be here in the boroughs, right?
Right.
Like, oh, I'm going to go a little further north. My dollar's going to get me a little further. But now houses up there are going for $500,000, the same that they were down here. So now where do people go? Because even in Atlanta, the same shit is happening because everyone's leaving here, going to Atlanta. We used to be able to get 5-6 rooms, $300K. Now you're looking $500,000-$600,000 for these same homes. Everywhere where the prices were once desirable to live, those prices are going up, but the wages are not going up anywhere else.
So how do you convince me that people can't
Get young
afford it?
niggas in there.
How do you convince me that people can't afford it and we ain't made no changes, but niggas charging more and buying more expensive shit?
It's just the market making that happen.
But people are buying it.
People been buying themselves into holes for how long, nigga? What the fuck they got to do with anything?
Yes, because the only people
So
who are
that
profiting
means
are
that
the motherfuckers
there
that's
will
making
be
the policy.
another housing crisis. It'll crash, and the prices will level out.
Yes, but when
And
the
then it'll happen
prices
again.
level out, the motherfuckers that made the rules, the policies, the procedures are the only ones that benefit. Because the truth of the matter is, most niggas still ain't gonna be able to afford it. Because when the prices crash, it still becomes harder to borrow money. It's still more expensive to borrow money.
You're right.
What are you gonna do?
It's a system issue then.
Yes, get these old motherfuckers out of here. Get them out of here. Because again, these
I
are
agree with
people
you.
who've had they've had significant income for a significant amount of time. Right?
Or you could just do whatever Nancy Pelosi does in the stock market, and we all be rich.
But again, because they make the policy, their policies oftentimes affect those industries where they know that, oh, this bill is going to be in front of the Senate. So let me buy my stocks now because I have inside information that this bill is going to pass, which means government contracts are going to be available.
You can see it.
Yes and no. Yes and no. Like, yeah, sure. You'll be able to, if you're following the things that are being presented to the Senate.
No, I'm talking about you can see what they buy. It has to be public.
Yes. That is true. But again, you can see it. Do you have the funds to get in on it? Right? Because nigga, I can barely afford to pay the rent. And if I can afford some of the stocks, how many shares can I afford? Is it gonna be enough to change my life? Oftentimes the answer is no.
Gotta keep going.
Just keep shifting it, selling it, buying it again, move it over. flip it.
Now,
Just flip it.
now we got to be day traders in order to survive.
Nah, you're right. Some niggas ain't interested in that shit at all. Nah, I feel you. Some people just want to go to work, make a decent wage, and be able to live life comfortably.
Bro, I'm not even asking for niggas to make 50, 60, 70, $100 an hour. But 15 is crazy. People look at socialism as a bad thing. I think that some things the government should provide. Like
So how should
education,
they decide how
healthcare.
much someone gets paid at just say like a low level job like McDonald's? Should there be an age and responsibility? Like,
I think it should be both things. I think all of that should play into it.
like, all right, this chick, this person, 15, no kids, we give you this much.
Yeah, nigga, at
You
15,
you got a kid,
nigga, $10 an hour for a 15-year-old. Like, okay, yeah, so what, I gotta work. But nigga,
So how much do you pay somebody with age plus responsibility?
well,
Like a kid.
what does it cost to raise a kid?
There was a study that came out that from 0 to 18, $300K.
Okay. So you got 18 years where you need $300,000, right?
That is,
But I don't even think that's including a second bedroom.
But even still, so for sake of argument, that's a little over 16,500. 16.5.
How much is that? How much would you need to make an hour on a 40-hour work week to make 16,000? Pre-tax, obviously.
So let's see. We'll take it down to 16.5 for easy numbers to deal with. Divided by 52 weeks. Divided by 40 hours. It's $8. Now, that's for the kid.
Right. So should it be minimum wage 15 plus $8 per hour per kid you have? Should it be like some kind of standard like that?
I think that there should be a matrix.
I heard there's
And-
some shit like that in Canada that goes on. I'm not sure though.
Because one person can't live on $15 an hour. And now, with the abortion laws, y'all are forcing motherfuckers to keep these kids that they can't afford. For the people who cannot afford to go to other places, for the people who may not be as brave to take things into their own hands, you feel like, damn, I had this kid. I got pregnant. I got to keep this kid. They make it $15 an hour or less. And most times it's less. Right? Because I know DC makes 15. I think California makes 15. I know New York makes 15. I don't know how many other markets in the country make $15 an hour as a minimum wage. Right? Now, granted, those other markets are less expensive than New York.
Mm-hmm.
But 15 is not even enough to live in New York. Something got to give. Wages everywhere got to go up. I don't give a fuck if you're in the South. Because the minimum is exactly that. I don't think that they took anything else into consideration. I don't think they took taxes into consideration with that number or anything. Now, maybe if it was a gross without taxes, maybe you can get by the skin of your teeth. But they ain't got that. You're gonna take a third as the government. You're gonna take a third for housing. And then the other third is left to take care of myself, my family, and leisure if I have anything left. Because I can't save.
I agree with you.
It's fucked up.
But
Age these old motherfuckers out.
Before 9/11, TSA didn't exist.
no, they didn't.
Neither did the Patriot Act.
That's fun. So yeah, I think that. Would you say you're evolving into a neo soul nigga?
Are you evolving into a trash?
No, I don't believe so. Why do you feel that way? Because my hair is locked. Because I got my nose pierced. That's it.
You randomly put on button downs.
I was at the brokerage.
Oh, you went to work like that. Fair enough.
Birdman?
Go ahead, Daddy-O. You just asked the question.
Come on, Mike.
Start it out. Oh, what did you? All right. So, I don't know how to intro this shit. The fuck?
It's your job.
You asked a question about the females and their body counts. What did you want?
I didn't ask a question.
I just said I don't know how to intro it. What about these bitches and their body counts? What you want to talk about?
Doesn't matter.
Does body count matter? Oh, shit.
Yeah, this your bag.
It's not my fucking
This
bag.
your bag.
Female body
There's
count.
big talks in the red pill, blue pill communities about this. So I just want to know what y'all take on it.
For me,
I just think it depends on how messy she was.
I just think all of these bitches be lying. So what the fuck are you really doing?
Whether
what are you
she's
doing
lying
here?
or not,
Does it
does
matter?
it matter? If she was telling the truth, or if you found out the truth, does it matter?
It depends on how
I've
messy.
evolved into this guy that would like for for a variety of reasons
For it not to matter?
for
But
a
it does.
woman to have been holding her
Practice makes improvement, bro. Like, do your thing. Just try and be a little discreet about it. That's all I'm saying.
So he just basically said you could be a whore, just hold it down.
Is there a number that's too much for you?
Triple digits.
No, don't go to. Relax. I got this. Jesus Christ. Okay, would you date a virgin?
No.
Word.
So,
I gotta teach him everything.
what if she told you 10?
But she was a virgin? Or she just said 10?
What if she's? You don't know. She's gonna.
But she just said 10?
She's gonna tell you a number, whether you asked or not. Whatever. However it comes up.
I don't think that 10 is a problem.
30,
I don't think 30 is a problem either.
55.
What age is this?
Whatever age group you're dating in. So you can have a.
What?
Push got it. You just slow.
This nigga's an idiot. Oh, man, this nigga's a dummy. This nigga Marcus is an idiot. So, I don't know. I don't know that 55.
Okay, what number would shock you?
55 would shock me.
But you still wouldn't care.
I don't think that I would. Now, Now, again, this is coming from a position of not having a girl tell me, yeah, I done sucked 55 dicks in my life. Right? But I think 55 would shock me. 30
Would 30 shock you?
30 at 30.
I don't think that would shock me.
But 55 would shock you at 30.
Just because of how much women put, like how much value women put on sex.
Not looking like.
No, on sex, period. That no, like, oh man, no, everyone don't get this. Okay, but 55 lucky niggas did. Again, I don't know that it'll bother me, but it will have me. Okay.
So at 55, you're still not cutting off her ability to become a wifey.
No.
What about 80?
Now we getting in.
So your fucking mark is what is it? 60? Once you got a 6 over your shit is.
Listen. How many sexual partners you had? If you had to put a number on it.
I don't fucking know.
10.
Are we not doing this? 2. The blood clot.
But why is that important? Why did you ask that question to Travis specifically? Because you're trying to equate your body count to hers and see if it's fair?
So I don't think...
Or you're trying to be fair because...
I think it has more to do with the era that we're living in now, as opposed to some of, I guess, the beliefs that we were brought up on. Like, my mom hates that I be freaking off. Hates it.
I think
she hates it.
Most moms.
My dad is, listen, make sure you strap it up and don't bring everybody to your house.
Do you think this is an age thing or do you think it's a biological thing?
I think it has more to do with the era that we're in. Because
That's
I know
what you
guys
meant by
that are like
age?
that too.
What?
That's what you meant by age?
I
like
think it has to
era?
do with age. Because you can look at moms now. These would be the same moms that got 30, 40 partners. You think that they're going to tell their daughter, no, you shouldn't sleep with 30, 40 niggas?
I think they should.
That they should tell their daughter that?
But I didn't ask if they should.
No, I think they would. I think once you become a certain age, you would realize that you made a lot of shitty decisions by running up your body count that high.
Wait, what? Say that again?
I think by the time you get to a certain age and you have children that you have to make aware of the bad decisions they may make, that you would inform them that that's a bad decision and you shouldn't do that.
If they're a girl?
If they're a woman, for sure.
Okay.
Do you not think so?
That I should inform her to protect her womb?
Sure. But as a woman, who's done that?
Oh, because they know how fucked up in the head they is and they should be trying to protect their children?
Mm-hmm. Or just to know that they've made a bunch of stupid decisions. Or realize that they've made a lot of shitty decisions.
The majority of them, they don't speak as if they've made those bad decisions. So you got to recognize it in order to
whether
talk
they
about it.
speak on it or not, should they not inform them that it's a bad decision to do so?
Sure, they should, but the reality is that they don't perceive. You have to perceive it as a bad decision first.
So you think that at no point in their life are they going to be like,
Damn, them dicks fucked me up.
Sure.
I think by that point, the kid is here.
What?
Like when they realize it, because when you out here freaking off, nigga, you not thinking about that. Because if you were thinking about it, it'd have been something that you thought about before you decide to let the crew hit it too.
But I'm talking
He's
about
saying like
as your
the kid is
daughter
growing.
comes of age, you letting her know like this act is sacred, so to say.
Does that work?
I don't know. I'm sure some of that has to do with upbringing and what you believe and how you were introduced to it and trauma and all that kind of shit. So
Do you know women with, I guess, good upbringing, positive male and female role models in their life? Yeah.
I think so.
Right? We're going off of assumptions because we don't know what we don't know, right?
Okay.
Of those same women that you're thinking of, have they made bad decisions regarding body count?
55 times?
Yeah.
I don't know.
30 times.
do you think the same applies to niggas?
That what applies to niggas?
The body count thing.
I don't think it's as prominent in their development.
As crucial, as critical of a thing.
Right.
I think I disagree with that.
So what number would shock you?
On a woman?
3. Look at this nigga's face. Go ahead.
I don't ask.
No. That
Whether
wasn't
you
his
ask or
question.
not.
He asked
What
what
if you
number would
found out?
shock you.
What if you find her diary with all the niggas' names in it?
Or the little black book.
So I was saying at the beginning of this that I like to think.
Yo, you ever thought about public office, bro?
Why?
Because you never answered the
Answer the
fucking
question
question that
direct.
was asked of you.
I was coming to it. I was saying at the beginning of this that I'd like to think. I'd like.
It's 30 too many. It's 10 too many. It's 10 too much to be your wifey, for you to take her
For you.
seriously.
For right now.
No, for you.
10 is not too much, I don't think.
15. 25.
55.
I honestly don't think his number's as high as yours. That's why I kind of got you there. But I think he has a number based on what I know about Trav that would put him off.
It's 3.
It's
It
probably.
really is 3, but he's gonna lie.
Why do y'all think it's 3?
You had 3 niggas before me? How could you?
Yo.
Travis really Albanian at heart, nigga. He's gonna go kill
What
them 3 niggas and race them bodies.
Wait, what? What the fuck?
Bro.
This is how y'all think of me?
That's
So,
how you
Is
think,
25
bro.
too much for you?
25.
25
25 is. You. I think we
You in the
stop at
danger
like
zone.
15 to.
So 15 was the number.
15
You
to
let me go past
18.
that? So when I said 15, you said no.
No, I didn't say no. I was just like kind of frazzled.
Right, because that was the shock.
Yeah, that was
kinda
the
shocking.
shock.
That was the shock. to you. Okay. 15 is getting a little crazy. Okay.
15 to 18.
Okay.
I'm probably fucking lying at this point. Like I said in the beginning of this conversation, I said I would prefer at this point to keep a woman that has not blended so many energies and shit.
How would you know?
I wouldn't. I'm just telling you what I would like. So if the
So
whole
you don't
facts was
think you
laid,
can tell
Oh yeah, if they've had an exuberant amount of bodies, you could definitely tell.
Push doesn't think so.
You think that you can't tell? Them bitches are almost always crazy and inconsistent in character, no matter what their fucking Venus is.
My man.
It's the energies, bro.
So there are things that could raise those red flags, right?
Don't say sucking your dick too good.
No. I wasn't even going into examples of that.
Oh, okay.
I was going back to what if it was 10 and not 55? What if it was 11 and not 30?
What do you mean?
You saying
The number that broke her?
no? Okay, wait.
The number that made her crazy.
So I don't think you see across this situation. I'm not thinking that 10 is gonna have a bitch wilding like how we talking about. 10 ain't that number.
So what number is that in your experience?
In my experience, I don't fucking know,
crazy.
but I would assume that it's over. Like, it's probably over 30 to 50.
So why wouldn't you date a girl with a high body count? What at what that threshold of whatever you think that is, like what would you
So
be like?
if we in the 30 to 50, why wouldn't I date them?
Or whatever your threshold is, right?
What
Like,
if she check off all the boxes on your checklist?
But that's the thing. They always somebody's always checking off something.
No. So let's say you have 7 things on your must-haves and your criteria. Your
She checks off
must-haves.
all 7 except.
No, I want to answer my question. Why wouldn't you do that? Well, what would prevent you?
Why wouldn't I do what?
Right. What's the thought process behind a high body count? I just want to know yours. And I
It's
wanna know
just
your 100.
for me it's more of a spirit to build. Like I feel like if you done blended with that much energies, you at the very least are fucking coming to me with the changed intent of fucking getting shit together. You understand? Like it's like, oh, you just came to that fucking at the very least, if at all, because I don't like. I feel like beyond a certain, and my views have changed a little bit, but I feel like it's almost reciprocal across niggas and females.
So it went from 3 to 5?
Huh?
It went from 3 to 5? Your views?
No, I'm talking about in that, like, I think that this whole energy thing that I'm talking about applies across gender. At which
believe
point
so.
are you just not intent? If I'm keeping something, it's with the intention to build with it. So I don't think that that's going to fit the picture. It's just not for me. I don't think that it will. Do I know? And do they be lying? Sure. But I think I'm pretty sure I could differentiate between like the ones that's just been wilding out and the ones that, you know.
I don't think you have answered my question.
He didn't.
What was the question again?
What would stop you from dating
What
a woman
would be
with
your
a high body
logic
count?
behind not?
I just
What's your
said-
thought process behind that?
The energy.
Maybe what you're talking about is too deep, and I don't get it.
All right. So again, once you done blended with all of them energies, how could you be serious about building something? To me, at the very least, you've just come to that conclusion upon fucking meeting me,
'Cause
or
practice makes
shortly
improvement,
before
baby.
me.
Practice makes improvement.
Okay, I'll take that as an answer. How about you?
I don't think that I said that I wouldn't.
You said getting to 80 is crazy. So I said at 100, it's probably a no for you, big dog.
You got unconventional ways of thinking around.
I have unconventional life experience.
This is true, but around women, period, though. So I find, in my opinion, if I'm on the extreme with 3, you would be on the opposite end of the spectrum with regard to that shit. Like, oh, was you getting some money at least? Type shit.
So that might be like part of like, okay, like you was just wearing yourself out for nothing. I mean, but
I done heard women tell me, there's a particular one, I'm not going to say her name, but like,
what's her name?
What to start with?
it's none of mine. It's just a woman that I know.
Oh, okay.
Do we know her?
Definitely say no.
Huh?
No.
Do we know her?
All right, what she say?
She
Maybe.
just she like announces the fact that she used to be like, oh, my body count went crazy in high school, and I just never intend for it to ever stop going crazy. Like, she be saying shit like that. Like, nah, like
What's her body
I'm gonna catch them all, nigga. Fuck is you
body
talking-
count?
I don't know what it is. I never asked.
You
I
should
could
ask.
assume a lot. She's definitely
ask.
one of those.
Free folk?
Yeah, all over, just. Bro, it's crazy to watch.
What
Like,
would you rate her at 1 out of 10?
Remember, we got a
not
his skill got a curve because
No, it's okay.
not considering body count.
Yeah, just on looks.
he said a 1 with the body count.
That's a fucking fact.
She's like why y'all making me do this?
Because you know her, we don't know her.
You scared she gonna see this?
Does she watch?
5.
5 is average, my nigga.
5.5.
She can't be mad at a 5. What the fuck? You have regular looking bitch.
Nah, I'm just
Nah,
5.5. 5.
that's
and a half.
average. 5 is in dead.
But like
center of
I've
that
heard
scale.
them like say that wild shit. Like,
So do you want to do the 1 to 20? Would that make you feel better?
oh, you mean 1 to 30?
That's what it is, 1 to 30?
Yeah, she's an above average. That makes it worse. Forget
Above
it. I don't want to
average
do it.
bitch?
Huh?
Above average bitch?
She's not in
She a
the.
bad
She's not in the
average.
20s.
So
She's an above.
15? She's 18? 19?
I'm gonna go back with this 5.5.
Okay.
I don't know. She's whatever. If I'm judging, if I'm rating,
So
5.5.
it'd probably be like 17.5 on a scale of 1 to 30 based off of his initial number. Okay. That's still slightly above average.
Then I hear. So I hear I've heard other women say that, they just, I guess this is a little deeper, like the excitement of the initialness of meeting someone and having them fucking just be, drowning in lust. Like they live for that initial, huh?
Just to get 2 pump chumped?
Yeah, they live for that. They live for that initial excitement, right? And then the second that it normalizes and goes to like a more comfortable, they're not interested anymore because it doesn't have that same intensity, tension.
Because they have difficulty pair bonding through sex.
Maybe
Cause I don't think that's like
just trauma related.
a
I
girl
guess.
thing though.
You don't think what's a girl thing?
Like
Remember, I said that a lot of this shit.
pair bonding through sex.
You don't think it's a girl thing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that they don't do it and can't do it, but I think that thing for guys. That
No, it is, but it's said that women who sleep with more than 5 people have more issues pair bonding with their future mate or long-term mate.
Because it's just like this, you just been running through them so much, you like desensitized to the normal.
Right. The thing that would make you have that emotional response is no longer there. Because, like the emotional response to sex, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would not be there anymore because you've done
If you've had
in
more
so
sex
much
with more than
repetition.
5 people,
Yeah.
you're gonna have trouble pair
You're,
bonding.
yeah, like cut by like 50%.
Wow.
After 5, yeah.
nigga, that's a lot.
Damn. Well, in my opinion, I guess everybody's fucking lost that 50% then. Fuck. Niggas is doing a lot of fucking right now.
I'm not talking about that. That number was for women.
Oh. Only? What's the number for men?
It's substantially higher.
Yeah, because that's how men generally like
Operate.
bond with their.
But it can affect us, but it doesn't affect us at the same rate it does women.
Even still, that
I think men is.
I would be willing to say that just based on what I know, just of the people that I interact with, if they're telling the truth or the stories that I've heard, most women have lost that 50% then.
Facts.
Like, well before 30, well before 25.
I think a lot have, yes.
I still feel like practice makes improvement.
You really sitting here, let me clarify. You really sitting here as a 30, you're saying practice makes improvement like with regard to sex game or with regard to being able to interact with different, like in what regard are you saying this? With regard to fucking, nigga? Like that, it's purely that for you? Like, you could teach a bitch to do something you like real quick?
So you think no Muslim niggas have good sexual experiences?
So if they are following the Quran the way that it's meant to be followed, their experience would be their only experience. Thinking about your first experience compared to the experience that you've gained over the years, what's better? The first one or some of the experience you've had afterwards?
The first one was
Mad, awkward, mechanics off.
because I wasn't
My point.
attuned into
Yes.
Okay.
So
So what's the difference between good pussy and bad pussy?
the experience.
In what way? What markers need to be met for you to have a good experience?
I mean, there's a bunch.
Nastiness.
That's high up there. She gotta be disgusting. But like, it's not only the sex
Right.
that makes the sexual experience.
Good pussy is just like the verbiage of
Yeah,
it.
like
but
it
it's not
encompasses an
actually-
experience.
Right.
So you don't even necessarily have to be the best looking girl. But if you can make
All of these shits in good synchronicity.
yeah, like if you can make up for that with other things, like
So do you think that comes from experience only?
I don't. I think that some creatures
I know it doesn't.
it doesn't. I think that some creatures are innately fucking sexual and sensual and
And they don't need 100 niggas to fuck them.
Yeah, like they just gonna be freaky off rip.
Some don't.
Some bitches are just awkward and they're gonna be awkward forever. It just is what it is. Mm-hmm. They're just stiff. It's gonna be that way.
Sometimes. But can you say that practice doesn't make improvement?
Keep me away from the stiffies. I don't think I ever had one of those.
A what? A stiffy?
The stiff women that you talking about, or whatever the fuck. I pause, super pause.
You wildin'.
I did. That's not a pause, really. If I'm saying keep me away from the stiffies,
It's still a pause. It's still a pause.
because that implies that I was like, I need to.
Hey, bro, it's all good, bro. Just no homo. We gonna move past.
We got some of the viewers. I think the number of partners only matters depending on how good she is in bed. Because if it's 30 and it's whack,
Is this a man or a woman?
a man. That's because you wasted your time. If the sex is good, then it's all for the better. And
Yeah, for the
then
purpose of sex, but not to wife her.
says, I agree. Like they went to class every day and still failed. I mean, again, you can
What you shaking
go.
your head about?
What's your answers to the question?
What's the question?
How many? What body
number
count is
was shocking?
alarming for you?
Knowing what I know, 5.
Okay, before you found out. what
So you
know.
just so in that by that logic,
I still understood that a high body count was just bitches being nasty because their organs are internal.
So 5 is your. So y'all two in the same boat.
I'm not. I don't have the same reasoning as him.
I didn't say the reasoning. I'm talking solely about the number.
I'm not.
What
I
number
said
was
15 to 18. It may really be 3.
Okay, now
to
what's
5.
your realistic number?
But I'm not gonna break the
That's a
deal.
question.
I'm not gonna break the deal 3 to 5 per se. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying realistically, like
Again, there's an exception to every rule. We understand that, right?
we go back to the 15.
Is that your realistic number, or is that your politically correct number?
Politically correct. Nah, all right. Let's say,
Listen,
all right, my real number.
I've been knocking them down for a long time, right? I think so. What's good for the goose is not always good for the gander, but I do understand
Are you basically
the
saying
time that we live in, where
everybody fucking off?
for the most part everyone's freaking off. So the chances of
You
finding
getting a less than 5 body woman?
yes.
So you just being realistic, and I'm just trying to.
Now again, that's not to say that 100 is a go, right? It's like, oh, first date, yeah,
They gonna lie
I done
anyway.
fucked 100 niggas. Everyone doesn't lie about it, bro.
Most people do.
And they lie
The
because
exceptions to
they
the
lie
rules.
because of these conversations right here. Because
Where-
you're like, oh,
where
I'm not
we
wifing
like-
that bitch.
No, but they also be like, but they also in the same breath will say body count doesn't matter, but then they'll lie about it.
So maybe they didn't finish the phrase. Body count doesn't matter to them,
But if it doesn't
but
matter
they
to you,
no. Just because 5 shocks you doesn't mean 5 shock me, right?
so why don't you just sprue it out? If it doesn't matter and you don't think it should matter,
No.
Why
It
don't
doesn't
you just
matter to them. It doesn't matter
amputate
if
it and
you
wear it on
have
your fucking
slept with
forehead,
100
bitch?
bitches. It don't matter to them if you slept with 100 girls.
No. They're saying for them, they don't think it matters how many how many niggas a woman has slept with.
I think when women are saying that type of stuff, they are fronting.
Right, because then they won't say how many they have,
Yeah,
or will lie about it.
yeah, it's cap. Oh, that shit don't matter. It don't matter because you justifying whatever wild shit that you did that you don't really feel good about.
Someone
while
said,
simultaneously appearing not like the nasty stuff that or the bad, more negative decisions that you've made.
someone
Are they even
said,
negative?
This entire debate is why both men and women lie.
Fair to fuck enough.
So men lie to pad their number and women lie to decrease it.
I have no interest in fucking lie, like
So if a
upping
girl
my
asks
body
you, you gonna
count.
tell her?
Huh?
If a girl asks you, you're gonna
I
tell her?
really do not know.
If she asks you for a range, because women are going to rephrase the question until they can get an answer to the question.
Oh, we know that.
So I think all three of us sitting here have experienced that at some point. So if she asks you for a specific number, you're like, honestly, I don't know an exact number. Okay, give me a range. Are you going to answer her question? And are you going to answer her question truthfully? Yes or no? I don't want to hear no explanation. Are you going to answer the question? Are you going to answer the question truthfully?
0 to 250.
That's the range you're going to give.
It might be.
So
one
you'll answer the question. Now,
and risk blowing hers.
Is that a realistic range? Is the second part of that question.
I really.
If it's yes, then yes.
No, it's not. 0.
So you understand that answer is just going to beget more questions.
I really don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I've done this subconsciously,
So
purposefully.
are you not going to tell her out of fear of upsetting her?
I really don't know.
I'm sure you have an idea.
You do. Everybody has an idea if they don't know the exact number.
Okay. Yeah.
Not less than 250, but like the range is of 250 is kind of
like
wide.
that's a broad ass range.
Right.
Because we know the number is higher than 0.
Narrow that down.
Okay, so I'll give her a lesser range.
Okay.
I was being probably exaggerated with 0
But
to
again,
250.
the second part of the question was,
is, would you tell her?
Answer the question?
I would answer it
to the best of your knowledge.
It was a 2-part question. Would you answer? And if you answered, would you answer with a realistic range?
Sure, I'll give you a realistic range. But your perception of realistic might not be my perception of realistic.
Realistic in terms of what? So would you answer it to the best of your ability?
Yeah, sure.
So the response to, I think it was your question.
If I felt like
it might have been your question. We said, why men and women lie. The example was a man with a low count might get clowned thinking that he has no skills, and if it's too high, they think that he's a smut, and the same goes for women.
What was the question I asked?
No, somebody.
Why
why would
lie?
a nigga be trying to prop up his body count? I didn't say that wasn't a question. I just said I don't know. I understand why they do it. I just don't know that that's a priority of mine in life, period.
I mean, it might not be. But I think that when it comes down to it, if she want to know, she gonna ask the question. For me, the numbers is not. Again, as we get close to the triple digits, like, okay,
This bitch nasty.
like, nigga, you 30. How the fuck you got 120 partner? How the fuck you got 200 partner? How? You not rich? You ain't got these niggas
So if she
subscribing
was
to your
rich.
OnlyFans?
So if she was rich, it would be okay. If there was a purpose for 200 bodies.
So, again, not that
Here's where he's gonna.
it's not that it makes it okay, but it's like, all right, it makes sense why you've had 200 bodies.
So long as there's a purpose, it's okay with you.
I feel like if you're not being used, you're useless.
So you would wife it if there was a purpose for her having 200 bodies.
142 bodies.
Nah, the number was 200.
Yeah. I mean,
202.
so again,
34 and a half
200 is a
years
lot,
old.
right?
202 bodies, nigga. What's up?
200 is a lot. I don't
Vinegar
know.
baths every day.
I don't know that I could sit here right now and truthfully tell you, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But if you were doing it and there was some financial gain, there was some sort of gain for you other than pleasure,
I don't
cool,
think I would
I
knowingly
understand it.
even kill.
If she had
202 bodies at this point in life. I don't
Why?
think so. I don't want the energies. I'm good.
everybody fucked Superhead or got head from Superhead. Everybody. Knowing the reputation of Superhead.
Right. But I'm telling you, like, I don't think that I'm at the point in life where I wouldn't knowingly fuck a woman that is outside like that. It's mad.
She's not outside like that now.
It's
She's a wholesome woman now.
but they hold.
How wholesome this is going?
Yeah. Yo, they hold the DNAs and the the energies and all of that shit. 202 niggas? That's mad niggas, bro.
So
I'm
does it
good.
work
I
the
don't
same
want to
way?
fucking wake up tomorrow and like
Does it
be
work the
mad
other
at
way?
my bacon and the shit. Like, I'm good, bro.
Does it work the other way?
Yes, I believe so. Maybe not as much like how us fucking macho.
No. So my question, I'm gonna ask a direct question. Does it work the same way if you into a girl and her number is 7? Like anything more than 7 would shock her.
I don't
and you
give a
have more
fuck
than
what her
7.
number is.
And
Yeah,
you want to
if-
wife her, but she
She's
don't
not
wanna do
with it
because
because
you got
I'm
more than
over 7. That's your prerogative, mommy.
And you just gonna weigh that? You just gonna accept that?
I guess so. If I decided to fucking formulate a body count,
But if that's her,
that's her preference. Who the fuck am I to?
Yeah, right.
I'm just saying. I'm asking if it works.
It
the
do.
same
It's your
way.
preference. Like, okay, you got lucky number 7. Good luck finding the nigga.
They could say the same thing for the chicks. Good luck finding a girl in the 5.
This is,
I think that
and-
the number is in double digits.
But this is why niggas have a propensity to date younger women.
because it's just pure probability.
Yeah. But sometimes
And then you
you
like
find yourself in a bad way with that too.
then you that's true. And then you move into different age brackets and you like as you're experiencing your life and you see how like 30s is crazy, Mo.
For body count.
Especially if
Yeah, I would be like,
they ain't secured nothing substantial that
how
they
would
want.
if they running through dicks.
That question should beg, but it don't beg. It's like, oh no, now we're really gonna wild out. So now I'm really gonna wild out because And then they get all up in the head about the monies and if I ain't gonna have this, then niggas gonna have to do me this way and whatever. They turn to the sugar baby shit. But you move it as you walk through your life, date or deal with different age groups, you could kind of see collectively how shit goes, at least, while you're outside. So that should be quick. It's a split decision. It's a fucking coin flip in the 30s and the 40s, really. If they ain't did nothing, or they don't have the intent. Maybe they all have the intent. If they don't have the intent, it's even worse. To like secure something substantial, or according to women. I don't know, substantial according to
30
us.
years old?
Yeah, the 30s.
Oh. I thought you meant 30 bodies.
No, 30s is an age group that, like, until you start playing in it, you don't realize how, like, elevated what we're talking about is. I'm trying to figure out how to say it without saying it crazy, but like
It's safe space, bro.
the whoredom, the whole.
Bro, you done lost me already.
The
you
body
start this over all over.
All right,
again.
so I said as you move through different age groups in life,
so
you
saying
being
once
me.
a bitch is 30 years old and you
if she hasn't
realize
secured
that she
something
ain't
substantial
been
in
a
her
10-year
30s,
relationship, she gonna be a whore regardless.
I'm just saying, from what I have seen,
My nigga just said, what is all the fucking wordplay you trying to do here, nigga? That's what you're saying, right?
Essentially, like from what I have seen, is just gonna be a little crazy outside for her. She might be wilding. It's just, and then, like I said, women of today's society have the propensity to adapt the fucking sugar baby mentality about everything, like everything. Everything is a reason to adopt it. So if they was just if they was like a fire 20s girl, they in their 30s now, maybe from 27 to 33, they figure, all right, let me go and try to secure something. 33 hit is like, finance me, catch flights, not feelings, whatever the fuck they be saying,
Right.
And they start wilding.
So even if you feel like even if they were holding the pussy down, by the time they get to 33, they just gonna wild out regardless?
If they haven't secured anything, from what I have been seeing,
they're just gonna become prostitutes.
Like sugar babies, or try to do that whole thing.
Right. Okay.
Fuck me, finance me, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Just being out, being in the field.
So why y'all looking at me?
So yeah, like, I just don't want to. I think.
Go ahead and bust it open, baby.
I'm at a point in life where I would prefer to, but I have a lot of boxes that need to be like checked off.
What does that have to do with anything?
I just prefer to be with, to try to wife something with a little more wholesome. I don't know what's the word to use. Not outside that much.
Reserve.
Pussy. You said potentially what?
Protective of the pussy.
Protective of the womb, and the preferably.
This nigga asked me if I'm trying to be a neo soul nigga.
He keep calling bitches pussies wombs.
Is it not? Anyhow,
they don't hold babies in their pussy. Unless you fucking uteruses.
It's not that far away. But anyways,
Oh man, try
you gotta relax. So,
Y'all niggas are retarded.
nigga, I'm just saying, like, I would, at this point in life, like, you gotta be somewhat, you know, reserved, chill. You know what I'm saying?
You said at this point,
Yeah, like, you gotta be somewhat.
so you didn't care about that before.
I
You thought you did.
Hmm?
Huh? You thought you did.
don't think I was paying attention to it as much. Like, early 20s. But knowing what I've known, what I've began to collect over the years as far as just knowledge or whatever, it's like, all right, I need a relaxed, homely vagina.
Sure.
Feel me? Homely.
This nigga doing a lot of dancing, boy.
I'm not dancing. I'm just being.
Who you dancing for?
I'm not dancing at
matter of
all.
fact, I know who you dancing for. You done posted it up and everything, man. It's official. Let's make it official.
Yeah, I gotta
You
relax.
made a reveal, bro.
It was actually not what you're calling it.
A
per se.
reveal.
What?
Just a post.
There was a
You know, the
caption on the
stories.
post.
There was a caption. There was a person in it.
You want me
It
to
was-
go back to it?
It was meant. It
I
was
know what it says. You want me to read it?
right. It was meant to be funny.
Cheeky.
It was meant to, yeah, you know, like
Right.
cute.
We get it, but we also know what that means.
Do you knowing me and my stories?
Absolutely. Especially knowing you.
Okay. No.
You know what?
Next subject. The fuck? I don't know. Annoying ass nigga.
Why am I annoying? You posted it. Why you mad at me? For
I
that?
just-
You put it out there. It's on the internet, my nigga.
Right.
I didn't ask you about it before then.
But we didn't. It's on
It's on
my
the interweb.
Instagram. Let's leave.
And your Facebook.
That's because the stories was linked.
Regardless,
matter why.
it's there, nigga. Because I don't even follow you on Instagram.
Oh, it's 9:30. I gotta go.
Where you gotta go for? Where you going?
I have important meetings.
Does-
I have a thing tomorrow. I gotta go do very early. I got meditation.
Oh, you got a session, huh?
No sessions.
Trappy back at it again. Sharing
I'm going.
intimate, sacred moments and shit. Beautiful souls bonding and shit.
Beautiful souls bonding, fucking indeed. But you should meditate. It's
Me?
good for you.
With people.
Yeah, sure.
Fuck meditation.
This is why you're fucking nuts. You don't do nothing. You're like a ever progressing evolution of a dickhead.
Whatever.
This nigga's soul tying with people like the niggas with the birds that they ride in Avatar,
Yeah, facts.
life partners and shit, intertwining their tail with your.
At
fucking
this point in
ponytail.
life, that's really some shit like that type of vibe. You described it exactly. That's what I want. I wanna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you said you done it twice, and in the movie.
So you didn't
once
find that
did it,
before you
that's it.
posted her?
Huh?
So yeah, next week on Safe Place for Masculinity Toxic.
You're
I can't even talk straight.
Jesus. Woo!
She got you like that, my
Got you
boy.
like that, my boy?
y'all niggas be.
I'm trying to get like you, my boy.
Y'all niggas be old.
Hey, so look, we got some changes coming soon.
Do we?
We do. Like the format, or the current format is going to change when you know, when the things that we've been planning
Oh, yeah,
are
for sure.
executed.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, stay tuned for the updates. We've got like maybe 40 episodes, and we've never done this before. Yo, subscribe, follow, like, share, all that good shit
Ring the
on
bell.
the show. Know what I mean?
Hit that notification bell.
We need y'all motherfucking help because this shit ain't cheap, son. Word.
But yes, until next week, Trap out. Good night. This
can say hi to her.
This episode ran on very long.
Say hi to her.
Who are Marcus? Shut up. Bye.
Hi.